Bill.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Rima. I am an international business major. I'm a senior here at Texas Tech. I was in Istanbul, Turkey for 7 months this past semester.
Jennifer, did you take any Turkish classes to learn more about the Turkish language?
I did for the program I was a part of. It was required for the 20 students to take a Turkish course to help you if you're in any trouble or whenever you're just shopping or buying groceries or something, so they don't try to rip you off, which was very helpful, and I'm glad that it was required to take a Turkish course.
Was it what you expected?
I actually planned to study in a different country. I was planning to go to Cairo, Egypt, where my father and family is from. I had to change my program 2 weeks before I was planning to leave because it was too dangerous and my father didn't want me to go there. So my cousin said, why not Turkey? I didn't know anything about the culture, but I assumed it was similar to any of the Middle Eastern countries near Egypt. And when I got there, I didn't have culture shock. I loved it because I was meeting Turkish people and other students. So I did know what to expect, but then as being there for 7 months, I definitely became familiar of everything I should be aware of in a different country.
What was the biggest obstacle you faced in moving there?
Not knowing the language was difficult because if I was wanting to buy something or ask somebody where, this place was at, it was hard to understand them. But, I obviously did learn most of the language to get me by and to understand where something was, which it was difficult, but after a couple weeks it became easier.
What was the hardest thing to get used to?
I think just missing friends and family from back home. I loved everything about Turkey and, traveling throughout Turkey, it was like the best experience. But of course, missing, your loved ones from back home, it was hard. But you meet new people and it's definitely an experience that I could never take back, and I loved it so much I would hope to live there one day or even work.
What phrases would you use to describe the Turkish culture compared to the U.S. culture?
Very close relationships. I feel it's so different. You go and you meet someone and you kiss them on the cheeks, which if you were here, people would find it odd. You're so close to them, and I think I definitely value their relationships and the way their families are so close, because that's kind of how the Egyptian culture is, and I love that I'm so close to my cousins and my sister, and that's exactly how they are, and I love that about Turkey.
Do you have any stories that you could tell me more about the culture and your experience in Turkey?
Every experience I had, for spring break, I was studying, or I got certified to scuba dive and I was on a boat for 4 days, and we just traveled to 10 cities, and everything I did was so enjoyable, and I traveled with people that I could have never met before unless I went there, and it's like you meet people that you're so different, but you're there and you're put in an area and you're all wanting the same thing, and I think that's something I'm 21 years old and I could never do again, because soon I'm going to have to, get a job, but I was in a country for 7 months and I just enjoyed everything I did, and I think it's rare for college students my age to do and have that experience.
What was one experience that you always remember as being different from living there?
The first week I was on the metro, and I didn't drive a car for 7 months, which I loved. But you take the metro everywhere, and I didn't understand, the stops. And I got on the metro, and I was sitting there, and it just kept going back and forth. And I was just like, why is everyone getting off, and why is everyone getting on? And I didn't understand, and then I realized that I was just going back to the same place. And I was sitting on the metro for 30 minutes, and I didn't even realize it. And I just realized, I was like, I'm in a different country, and I'm going to have to learn how to do these things. And I think that definitely made me a more independent person. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.